This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. Find all my work at mjmunoz.com. Henshin Inspection presents Super Sentai Sanctuary. I will be discussing the downs and the ups and the whats of Avataro Sentai Donbrothers episode 27. This is Super Sentai Sanctuary episode 27. Donbrothers 27, on the verge of a duel, originally aired September 4th, 2022. The writer is Toshiki Inoue, returning after Saburo Hate did his damage in the last episode. The director is Ryuta Tasaki. And, well, anyway, no, I'm not going to talk about that. So going with the downs first. So, there was too much all at once. I just was overwhelmed by all the stuff that was going on, and I know there was the clip episode last time, but I almost felt like there should have been a clip show here. Well, it either should have been written in a less compressed way, right? Condensed, because there's all this stuff going on at once, and it's too much to take in all at once, I feel. It either should have been written with things a little more spaced out. Like, for example, we could have had episode 26 start the prelude to the duel, and then 27 be where it actually happens and have interactions between them happening. And by them, I do mean your boy Taro and your other boy? Sonoi, so that we could really, delve into their relationship a little bit more and have it spread out and have their fight be interrupted by the deliveries and all that stuff. You still could have had those moments, you still could have had those callbacks, and then maybe thrown the bestials in there and just separated it out and done it a little differently. But for some reason, that's not what happened. So anyway, definitely a big down. Another down is, was that lady with the Dom Perignon or Perry, I don't know. I don't drink expensive alcohols like that, so I don't know. Was she also a callback besides the ninja guy? If so, why? Because I'm pretty sure she was here. She was the one that was like, "Pay attention to me!" And everybody kept ignoring her, even the heroes in the fight. That was pretty funny. Anyway, so that was kind of odd. I didn't really get what was going on there, and it just kind of seemed like a waste of time, except for the fact that she had Odin for Sonoi to see Odin, the food that he'd never get to eat, because either he would have killed Taro, or Taro would have killed him, and then they wouldn't have been able to go out to their meal together. Go on their mandate, but whatever. Kind of odd. And next thing is the info dump on bestials was a bit messy, and I don't really think it clarified anything. I kind of scratched my head after that scene, or after, the episode, and I thought, okay, well, it's kind of cool. One thing we learned about bestials, but we didn't really learn about them. We learned that they were creations, or they are creations of the Dawn Clan, but I don't really know what else we can do about them, or, what other information we have that's, I was going to say actionable. It's not like I can do anything, but, at least I can know it, but I don't think there was anything like that there, or there wasn't enough like that there, so I don't really know. I don't know what to do with that. I guess I can just accept it and move on with my life, but, that's what I have to do about a lot of things. I don't want to have to do that in my fiction shows. So, yeah, that was kind of odd for me. So, I did not dig that. It was, as the kids say, not very cash money. So, I don't know what to do about that. Moving into the ups, I did like the pandemonium of the duel interrupted. It was pretty cool to see everybody all at one time, but it did overwhelm me. But in the moment, it was pretty cool to see all of that happening. You had all these human extras that were full of bestials or infected by bestials or whatever. You had them running into the scene, and then Don Muramase showed up, and it just went off the rails. And for a few moments, it was really awesome to see, really cool to see, and I sort of appreciated it. But then, like I said, it just got to be too overwhelming, and I kind of checked out at some point, and I thought, all right, we need to move on from this. Another thing is the Maji Ranger Hitatsuki looked really cool. It was nice. Well, that's it. It looked really cool. It was nice to see Don Tora Donjin, I think is his name, in another location in the standard cityscape AR world. I like that they finally put him in there. Yeah, I did like that for sure. I'm trying to be positive. And then the bond between Taro and Sonoi is lovely. It's too bad it has to end this way. But, it's dramatic, and it, raises the stakes, and it makes things more interesting. But it's too bad that we didn't get more time with this relationship. And I don't know, the send-off for it could have been better, but it is, it does make the impact it was supposed to, so that was good. And then Sonoi sparring with the Cerebrants was really exciting. that guy can move, and the choreography of that scene was really awesome. I liked him getting backed up against the wall and like jumping off of it and doing all the rolling and spinning and stuff. It was really, really fun to watch. So that was a good thing for sure. Or, that was all the good stuff from Donbros 27. Okay, so I got a couple questions here. Is Sonoi's end going to cause Sononi? Jeez, why are these names so similar? Anyway, is Sonoi's end going to cause Sononi and Sonoza to go to war? It could. I don't know. I'm trying to review what they do and don't do. So these guys they kill Hitsutsuki, or they destroy them, whatever, and release the people from the influence of the Hitsutsuki, but they're trapped in the Phantom Zone. And they also sometimes turn people into monsters, but the monsters that they turn them into, I think, are not Hitsutsuki, or they're somehow distinct from Hitsutsuki, even though the character designs aren't all that different. And they're destroying Hitsutsuki in order to keep the energy/food supply from humans intact, because they feed off of the brainwaves or thoughts of humans somehow. I think that's correct. So will they, being cerebrins and not heartins or guttins, where they're not ruled by their emotions, will they become angry and go to war with the Donbrothers, or Momo Taro specifically, because he's killed their companion or friend or whatever? I don't know. If they do, I think that will be out of character for them, but I don't want to speculate on that, so I'll move on. Another question is, how did the Dawn Clan make the Bestials? How were they supposed to help again? I don't know if I just was not paying close enough attention to this moment in the episode, and I didn't look back and scan through because there was just so much going on. Even when I went for screenshots and stuff for my reaction, I don't know. I don't know that I saw anything or stumbled across a scene where that was being explained why. But that's partly because I don't believe there was a scene actually explaining why or how the Dawn Clan created the Bestials. It sounded as if they were also responsible for the creation of Don Muramasa, and the function of Don Muramasa has something to do with the Bestials, although now a couple episodes didn't the mother voice tell Muramasa that its job is to protect Hitsutsuki from the Donbrothers destroying them? Which, if that's causing disruption and causing the supply of energy or food or whatever to the Cerebrans to be disrupted, then why would Murasame want to stop that, being that it was potentially created by the Dawn Clan, who are Cerebrans and therefore would also feed off of a similar food or energy source? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that's confusing. I don't really get what's going on there. So I will move on. I'm going to give this episode a 7 out of 10. I love what happened in and around the duel, but everything else was a bit of a mess, and it was just off for me. So, I can remember, I didn't have a meta topic to talk about at all. I just find it remarkable that this episode was so confusing, and I'm wondering why we spent the last episode doing the finale thing when we could have been actually delving more into the characters. Although, honestly, I only skimmed it, so is it possible that had I watched that, I'd feel really good about what was going on in this episode? I don't know, maybe, but I also don't feel like that validates that last episode. And I didn't give that episode a score, but which I think is fair, partly because I didn't really watch all of it, because it was, I've already seen it all on the clip show. I don't know if had I watched that, I would have it would have elevated the score of this one, because I would have had a better understanding and grasp of everything that's going on. But I don't really know. This one did a decent job of having a beginning, middle, and end for Sonoi and Taro, but then the ongoing narrative, it touched on it in ways that were dissatisfying and made less sense than they could have for me, and that's why I don't like it very much. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I am diligently trying to stay on top of Toku Temper drawings. If you go to my Twitter, you'll be able to find them there. And then I think once a week for the next 30 weeks or so, I'm going to be releasing one video where I comment over my time-lapse or sped-up drawing of me doing all the different prompts for Tokutember. That'll really put the author or the artist in my artist moniker that I've given to myself over here on mjmunoz.com. And look out for the Combinator Geats Episode 1 analysis, as well as the continuing Futo PI analysis. Episode 6 will be coming out the week that this Super Sentai Sanctuary episode comes out on Donbros 27. So you can look forward to all that stuff. So for now, I'll have 3 ongoing series that I'm analyzing. When Kamen Rider Black Sun debuts October 28th, I'll be picking that one up as well. But Futo PI should be done at that point. So then we'll continue with Geats, Donbrothers until it's over, and then I don't know if I'll pick up the next Super Sentai or not. We'll see how it goes. I'm also working hard on, I finished the manuscript for the draft 2 of the manuscript for my tokusatsu kids books, children's picture books. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. I need to do some editing and revisions of it before I send it off to my top pick of an artist, and we'll see how things proceed with them. I'm hoping to launch Kickstarter with them to fund them doing the work, or basically get the book funded. It's done, anyway, I want to have the manuscript done 100% and take money funded to fund the art up front if I can't get the artist to agree to some other deal with me, and we'll just go from there, basically. But look for that. It's inspired by Godzilla and tokusatsu in general, and I think you'll like it. If you like the things I analyze and you like the way I analyze them specifically, I think you'll really like this stuff, because I basically break down like what is the heart and soul of Godzilla, and I put it into a children's picture book. So I think it's pretty cool, and I'm going to do that with the other big 3 plus in tokusatsu. So, and the plus isn't Garo, because I don't know how I could turn Garo into something that's good for kids, or acceptable for kids, at least the kind of kids I want to see in the world. So anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I thank you for your time and attention. I ask that you go ahead and look forward to all the other stuff I'm working on as well. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, you can find more at mjmunoz.com, as well as my entire library of analysis, art, and fiction.